Chris Murray from the Philadelphia Sunday Sun. Andrew, my question is, when you were with the Lakers, you were like pretty much like the second or third option. How will you handle being the first option, and how will you handle being, pretty much the man on this team as opposed to like playing in LA when you're playing with Kobe and all those guys?
Well, I'm looking forward to it because it's like the next step in my career, in my progression as a basketball player. For a little while, they used me as the main option. Definitely in the Denver series, I was getting accustomed to being triple teamed and things like that. So, I got some experience at it, and it's going to be a lot more exciting and a lot more fun to play knowing that, everything's going to be run through you. And I got some great teammates out there. We're a deep team, looking over the roster, and I just think the sky's the limit for us.
Hello. Hi, Andrew. This is John Mitchell from the Philadelphia Inquirer right here. Can you just talk about the experience you gleaned? You've already got 2 championships. You're just 24 years old. Can you talk about coming here with that championship experience and what your expectations are for this team?
Well, to get there, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of preparation, and you need everybody on the team to kind of be in gear with the program, especially the one that Coach Collins is going to lay out for us. And outside of that, it's just work every single day, day in and day out. And I do bring that experience with me to this team, and I'm looking forward to getting in the locker room and share that with the rest of the fellas.
Back here in the back, this is Beasley Reese from CBS 3. Would you say something to these fans and about this reception and what it's like, first impression, seeing this type of support from the fans here in Philadelphia?
Oh, man, it makes me super excited. These guys, they're definitely passionate fans. I'm very passionate about my game. And I'm going to play with a high level of intensity and leave it out there. And hopefully they can match my energy and keep me going. And from the looks of it, they came out in a big way to support us, and it's amazing. I actually never seen anything like this, to be honest, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like when we get a sold-out arena.
Andrew, Anthony Gilbert, Hoop Magazine. My question is, what were your initial thoughts when you first heard the news that you were going to be traded to Philadelphia 76ers?
I just thought I was coming home, man. I was super excited. I thought it was time for a change, to be honest. And, I'm here now and I'm loving the city. I've been here for 2 days and, everybody's been great to me. Had the opportunity to go to some nice restaurants and things like that. So I'm really enjoying it. Thank you.
Jason, this question's for you. Marshall Harris from Comcast Sportsnet. You've been a part of a lot of different trades over the years. When you saw this one and how the different parts were coming together, what are your initial thoughts about this team and the way it will mesh this coming season?
Well, I was excited about this team. Seeing them last year, what Doug did to the team, how young they were, how explosive they were. I was very excited when the trade happened. It's coming to a young team, and then to have, one of the best centers in the game right now to play along with. I was definitely excited to come here and be a part of this organization.
Questions for Rod. Rod, right over here. We know you dream big and obviously have had tremendous success in the league. Has the progress this quickly with the roster turnover almost exceeded your expectations from 2 years ago?
Well, as everyone knows in the sports business, it's all about having assets. And what we tried to do the first couple of years here was get as many assets as we could. And if we don't have some of those assets, we aren't able to make this trade. Obviously, Doug has done an incredible job coaching this team. And we have just tried to make our roster better every year as we go along. And now we're in a position to hopefully hit a home run. And but without those assets, you can't do it. And with the addition of Andrew and Jason, we think we're ready to, it's going to obviously take some time because we've got a lot of new players, but we think we're ready to step up and play with anybody.
Hey, Andrew, this is John Mitchell again from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Can you talk about where you are with your knees, how they felt at the end of the summer, and exactly where you feel with them right now, how you feel with them right now?
I went through the whole season. I don't know if all right. I went through the whole season last year. Didn't have any setbacks. Played the whole year. Came through healthy. As of right now, my knees feel good, and I know everybody's anxious, wants to hear about Germany, so I'll address that. I talked with Kobe about it. He had the procedure done. Everything was fine with it. It just is a procedure that reduces inflammation. And, for the most part, a bunch of athletes have tried it. They've all had great things to say about it, so I'm going to go over there and get that done. And, so I can be in the best shape for these fans out here and play the best that I can.
Andrew, Mike Missinelli from 97.5 Fanatic. You're coming here almost. Quiet down. You're coming here almost. Moses Malone coming here. Now, there's a lot of pressure with that. You comfortable with being the front man of a franchise when you really haven't been that so far? There's a lot of pressure with that.
Yeah, I'm confident, and I'm ready to do it. And, I've always been compared to, past great centers. Obviously, I was compared with Kareem, with Shaq, coming from where Lakerland. So, for me, I like the fact that I'm of a caliber player to be compared. I'm my own player, and I'm going to exceed and work as hard as I can to exceed everybody's expectations. There is a pressure, but, pressure makes diamonds.
Andrew, Ed Menken, KYW Radio. When you went against the setters in the West, you faced a lot of tough competition. What's it going to be like going against the likes of Kevin Garnett now in the East?
KG's a great player, man. Going up against him, though, I think he's more of a four. There are some decent centers here in the East as well. You got Hibbert and Brook Lopez, some new challenges that I don't get to see a lot. So I'm looking forward to that. But for me, I think I have the advantage. I love whenever I play an undersized guy. It makes my life a lot easier.
Andrew, Neil Hartman, Comcast Sportsnet over here. Aaron talked about Adam talked about how you grew up outside of this area. Were you a Philadelphia 76er fan at all growing up? And coming back east, how important is that to you to come back east?
Well, to be honest, man, when I was growing up, I was a bit of a kind of a Bulls guy with Jordan. Didn't really know much about the Sixers coming up, but I'm definitely excited to be here. I want to come back home, and I got a lot of family and friends out here now that I'm close to, and they're able to support me, and I'm gonna have a great time being back here. I grew up right outside of Princeton, not too far from here, about 30 minutes. So. I'm really looking forward to kind of reestablishing relationships and things that I've lost over the time.
Andrew Bynum, Jeff Skaversky from Channel 6. You're going into the final year of your contract here. Have you guys either started talking about an extension yet? And can you see yourself, I know it's early in this process, but re-signing here, where will you plan on testing the free agent market?
To be honest, man, my first experience here has been so great. I'm really leaning towards, making this my home. I'm not a guy who likes to kind of be all around and, have a lot of teams under my belt. So, but I don't know, man. It's crazy. That's really the answer, man. I'm really leaning towards being able to stay here, making it my home.
Where do I sign? Show me the contract.
Andrew, John Marks from Sheridan.
Yeah.
John Marks, SheridanHoops.com. You saw what happened with Dwight Howard and that whole way that's played out. Is that part of your thinking to not be in that kind of situation and not have that kind of pressure the way it did at Howard and how it affected the whole team and the league?
To be honest, I'm not really. I don't even consider. I don't know, man. That's just a kind of a tough question. You know, obviously, Howard felt the way he did, and you know, things kind of happened. But for me, you know, I don't want to be in that same situation. I think there was a lot of negativity around that, and I like to stay positive for the most part.
Hello, Jason. This is John Mitchell with the Inquirer. Can you just talk about having played with Dwight Howard, the importance and the effect that playing alongside a legitimate center can have on a team?
Well, I think it was a good thing playing with Dwight last year because actually prepared me to play with Andrew. Definitely know got to get him the ball, let him dominate down there. There's no question this is his team, and he go lead us, and he go take us as far as he go take us.
Jason, this is Beasley Reese back here from CBS 3. You are the veteran among a lot of young and talented players. What role do you think you'll have to fill other than being a sharpshooter, given your experience in the league?
Well, just going out there and being a true veteran, showing the guys that, working hard, being successful, having the right attitude every time you step on the court, playing hard, no matter what the situation is. That's always been my character. Playing with guys like Grant Hill, learning from him, the way he was a true veteran, just try to be that same type of role model to these guys.
Rod, Alex Lee from the Daily News. How big of a plus was it that Andrew is 24 with the youth of your team and just having him, contract situation aside, being kind of the same age and being able to grow with the team?
Well, obviously it's a huge plus. Most of the time, when you get a franchise-type player, he's probably 30 if you didn't draft him, or in his 30s or something has transpired with him that, makes a team trade him. But in this case, Andrew's 24, will be 25 pretty soon. And to get a guy who's experienced but is not even reached his prime yet is, it's very good for us.
Andrew, over here, just to ask you about the guys that are still here from last year. How much do you know about the current Sixers on the roster, the guys that you'll be joining? Have you talked to any of those guys?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited, dude. I was looking over the roster the other day, and I discovered we're actually pretty deep. I found out I got traded when I was on the plane, so I really didn't know, and I've been researching a lot. So we're a deep team. I'm looking forward to playing with Spencer. I played against him a couple of times when he was in SAC, and I like that 4-5 feel. I've had it throughout my entire career, playing with Powell. Even in high school, I played with another 7-footer. So I like that dynamic. It's interesting. Obviously, we got Jason Richardson, and he's a great player, perennial all-star, things like that. We're pretty deep, man. Like, we signed Nick Young. We got a lot of guys. So coming in, we're all young. We're all going to be molded. Coach Collins is going to have us in perfect preparation, ready to go for the season. And I'm liking it. I think we can be, a dominant team, one to come out of the East.
Hey, Jason, Andrew, this is JP from Wire 96.5. I want to know your favorite artist that gets you pumped up before a game. What do you listen to get, on that level? I want to hear it.
I listen to everything, man. I'm a fan of everybody, so I get pumped up to everything, man, whatever's hot in the streets right now. I'm a DJ, so I listen to everything. So I like everything. Can't do it country music. That's the only thing I can't get into, but I love everything.
Hey, Andrew. Colleen Wolfe from Fox 29. What's your response to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar saying that you weren't always as focused as maybe you could have been?
I don't know. I mean, I was definitely focused. I worked with Kareem for, I believe, my first 2-3 years. Later on, it became more of just kind of a mentoring. He would just, give me little tips here or there. I wasn't able to master the sky hook, but outside of that, he showed me a lot of great things: footwork, rebounding, how to cut the lane off, just a bunch of things. I learned a lot from him, and I enjoyed my time with him.